former Volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Hey, look at the defense for these Texans.
Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Finding space at the 40. Down the right sideline. Inside the 20.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Browns need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Looking to put a drive together.
On the quick, right?
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Stroud.
And that will be incomplete.
That's their first third down trial of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now he gets free up the left sideline.
As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You look at the defense for these Texans.
Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
Dylan Sampson with a milestone, career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Browns lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Oh, nice move. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Josh Hines-Allen there on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll stretch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Stroud, he's going to audible to something else. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Stroud off the play fake. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And Stroud now to throw. They'll let this go deep for Collins.
And this throw will be intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Go, Nick! Go! Here we go, set! Let's go!
They'll run on 1st down. Sampson. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball kick.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
Torrey Taylor in
The Browns send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So from
from the 36 now. 1st and 10.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Tony.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Vargas. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Texans have got it back to within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make our score 14-7.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Browns drive about to get started. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Wagner.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Here we go. 19, Tiger.
He'll drop to throw.
He'll swing this out to Sampson.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
A short one there, taken in by Ferguson.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a give, right side. Sampson. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
It's fourth down.
The kick by Bass is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they got me pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, put the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Hey, one more. On the quick, right? 18.
Stroud looking to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's King. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
And the Texans first down.
Oh, ready?
Now Stroud. That's complete. It's Jalen Noel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 34.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense is looking for.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 9 at the Browns' 10-yard line.
Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's to the pylon and incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, force the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Here goes Stroud again. He'll try and do this himself. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. They're going to go with it incomplete. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick here is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. That's complete to Travis Etienne out of the backfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
49-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lane. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Swap. Another swap.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Stroud out of the gun here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's King. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Texans are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
And they're on the 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Second and 4. Heavy rush, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
It's now third down.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together.
Here's a diving catch right side. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's promo. Without a doubt, that's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year, and it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a handoff up the middle. Sampson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They need 2. Here's third down. Back to throw here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Browns first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 80 yards there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they picked up the first down. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
The kick by Bass is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown, and their last time out looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Why Tony?
Stroud working out of the gun. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they've peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And they'll give him another shot here
taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here we go. 18.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
18. That's it.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. And he is caught. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Throwing now is Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
1-yard gain.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 35. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Here we go. Here we go.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 8.
Now this time he'll look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And that's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
All right.
Stroud to throw it. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
2nd and 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Here's Stroud.
Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
All right. 18. That's it.
The tight end in motion right. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
18. What's that?
To throw is Stroud.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
a tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Browns drive about to get started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Here we go. 18. What's that?
And they take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.